Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda. Okay, a few issues tonight, guys. We're getting told it's not on Rumble. We have got a screen on Rumble. Have we had some problems getting to Rumble today?
Yes.
Yep, heaps of them. Okay, well, if anyone's got any sense, I've missed out. But anyway, we should have bought shredding machines and bought into shredding companies over in DC, guys, because they are going hot at the moment, eh? With everyone getting rid of all their bullshit. And, mate, it's just, yeah, where's the obscene list? Let's go. Yep, I agree, Steve. It's a lot of stuff, mate. What about the trips to Israel from Australian people, guys? What about, Peter Dutton? All right, 2024 to Israel. Why would you go to Israel in 2024? I told you when he went there. Who else we got? Bert Van. Let me just have a look here. Look at here. Let's have a look. Let's get him out. Bert Van Manen, the LNP Coalition, 2024. Bridget McKenzie, National Coalition, 2024. Dan Tehan, Liberal. Garth Hamilton, LNP, Gavin Pearce, LNP, Jacinta Napatintia Price, LNP, James Patterson, LNP, Josh Frydenberg, what a name to see in Israel, Liberal, Andrea McCladden, Ann Webster, Cassandra Fernando, David Fawcett, and Jenny Ware. I mean, what's so interesting about this friggin' Israel place? Seems to be a hot topic lately, I don't know. I wonder what's going on over there. I know what's going on over there. I know what's going on in Ukraine too. And I'll tell you what, some shit going to come out on Ukraine, guys. Wow, we all know it. I mean, it's got to come out to those people yet that don't know it, you know. Now, Trump signs bombshell order to turn US healthcare on its head. They're going for it, guys. We just got to stop the chemtrails nut over here. Now, apparently they've checked into Dutton, and he's got a multi-million-dollar property portfolio has been revealed. I'm not going to go into it. I'll go through it, but did I expect as much? Yes, of course I did. These guys are on a couple of 100,000 a year, but they seem to build up portfolios of tens and hundreds of millions of dollars at will. I mean, I wish I knew how I do know how they do it actually, but unfortunately, you and I aren't allowed to do it. Queensland, get ready. Cyclone Alfred, my dad's second name, actually. So if that's correct, that should be a pretty calm cyclone, guys. All right, my dad was a very, very calm man. I do have Mum back. Mum's back on the boat with us at the moment. We just got to get a vase and that, and then we'll introduce you to Mum. But, yeah, we got Bo here, Jesse's dog. Yeah, and we've got Jesse here. We got Mum here, and we're about to get Dad here as well. So yeah, we're gonna have them all on the boat, guys, and then we can go and have a sail with them all. That'd be great. There's only one that shouldn't be there, and that's our daughter, but the Lord works in mysterious ways. Ararat Council 6 compensation after wind turbine blade debacle. They couldn't get the wind turbine through the main street from what I could see, guys. Just utter bullshit. All this renewable. They are just slashing it. And here we are, Woolworths to slash jobs, product ranges in a 400 million, listen to me, 400 million cost saving drive. Now, do I care? No, I don't, because I don't shop at Coles. Mel doesn't shop at Coles. The only place we go, I said to you, we buy our milk from IGA. We get the top line milk we can get, farmer's thing, gold with cream in it. We buy our meat from a butcher, and we've got to get some fruit and veggies. Right, the rest of it comes from our shopping club, guys. We don't even go to these places. So if everyone's doing a bit like me and Mel, which are a lot of people are coming onto the shopping clubs, so, we're hurting them every day, guys. And this is what we've got to do. It doesn't matter about what we're breaking down out there, the cabals. This is another way of waking people up. We need to wake them up to the fact that we are in fucking trouble in this country, okay? And that we need them to react to all this bullshit that's going on. Oh, I'm back at StreamYard. How do you go? Look at that, round the block and back again. How cool was that? No comments. Right, we got no comments on a few things, guys. Now, Rennick, he put out a bit of a thing today, and I actually agree with Rennick for once. You know why? Because he said that the Australian government was the most corrupt bullshit place that he'd ever come across. And for once, I actually agree with Rennie. This place is off its chops, guys. It is. This government is just like worse than worse. Okay, I don't care saying it. I don't give a shit what they say. All right, we have a right to opinion, and this is bullshit. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. I haven't had Brad Wansley on. I haven't had anyone on for a while, guys. All right, I've just sort of been sitting back watching, you know what I mean? But let's get Brad back on tomorrow, have a chat with Wansley, and see what's going on with Canada over there. Is the 51st state. He might have a little bit of info for us on what's going on that other side of stuff, which is the alliance, etc. So that's tomorrow morning, guys. It's 9 a.m. We'll do a show with Brad Wansley over there in Canada, and be on our channel. If we can get channels up, it'll be on our channel. Okay. All right. Caz, you right? Yeah, not right.
Yeah. I thought this in, but you didn't see it. But 26 properties in 35 years. So he's made 18.8 million. I mean, look, the thing is that there's a lot of people that do deal in property. It's probably he may have done it all legitimately. So we just don't know.
Mate, we do know, because the average Joe can't even keep his mortgage with two parents working, kids throwing in as well, money into the household, you know what I mean, trying to help out. And yet these guys just keep accumulating properties, Caz. Penny Wong, the Prime Minister, $100,000 road to get to his house. I mean,
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But look, he probably bought in and then used his mortgage and then remortgaged and that sort of stuff. I mean, a lot of people do that.
Oh,
as well.
Is that with his Jewish banking mates? Is that how we do it? Because we don't have Jewish banking mates, do we? That'll just give us loans at will.
Well, they're taking a new task on it, okay, or a new take on it. Inheritances are destroying the fair go. It's time to tax them. So now what they're doing is they're trying to create they've had a class war. Now they're trying to create, a war against the boomers. You watch, it's going to come in. And he talks about how he'd love to have his mother back, but, her death made him able to buy a house. And so they're actually going to aim at basically, no. It's a mismanagement of this country, which has got us into this situation. Those people have bought and they worked and they paid for all of their dues, everything that's owed to them, all that sort of stuff. No, they should not be taxed. Okay, we're taxed enough. We need to get rid of the government. It's not it's not us, it's the issue, it's the government.
It's all mismanagement by design, guys. This was well set into play, and this is the most perfect plan you have ever seen. You people know it, all right? Inch by inch by inch, guys. They are just creeping it in on us, all right? You people are quite aware of what's going on here, okay? Quite aware. Okay, now...
Well, that's it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Remind me on the way out. I'm going to talk about stickers and pamphlets, Caz. Okay, for witness statement. Don't let me forget, please.
Well, we've got that here. Did you want to do that now? Cover it now.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. All right, guys. We put on the show last night what had happened. We've got a special on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Okay, it's going to be another catch up on what's going on here. All right, and we do have some more information for you. Okay, so you saw Craig's thing last night. What this is we are going to get pamphlets done up, guys. All right. Now I do have the pricing. Okay, it is $450 for 500 pamphlets.
5,000.
For 5,000 pamphlets, sorry, and it is $700 for 7,000 pamphlets. Now, I suggest, guys, let's see some teamwork. Okay, mission statement is out there. It has been given everywhere. Okay, what we need to do now is come in our community groups. Now, can we come up with $500 bucks or $450? All right, maybe 500 if we got to pay for the postage. And can we get 10 people to throw in $50 each, right, and end up with 500 pamphlets each to go and door knock with? Can we do it, guys? I'm asking you. All right, we spend oodles of money here on this, guys. All right, out of this little boat here, I can assure you. So does Caz. All right. Here's a chance for you guys. All right, but we need your help. All right, we just cannot keep supplying everything. All right, through in-house, we can't. Okay, so if we can get, there's $100 from Katie Austin. Look, see, guys, I need you to get together and do it. All right, in your area. Imagine if you had 10 people in your area that could throw in that. Imagine if we hit a $10,000 run, how cheap they are for you and how many more you can put out. So what I'd like you to do, guys, is have a look at the estimate of the streets that you would need to do in your area. Okay. Then what you could do is find out, we'll only need 5 people. And, if we put in $100 each, old mate down the road and if I can get $100 out of them, 500, or $450, we got 5,000. 5 of us have got 1,000 each. 1,000 each to do it. Guys, that's good numbers. All right. But you have to get involved. All right. Witness statement is out there. You saw last night the reaction from the cops. They don't want to know. So it's phase 2, guys. We've asked Helen and that to come up and them to design what they wanted on it. We push for it. All right. And we've got it. Okay. So now we need to utilize it. Okay. I know Craig Vines already said, I'll just buy it friggin' 5,000 myself. You know what I mean? So.
And it's $700 and some for 10,000.
And so, for 10,000, is it $7,000? Yeah, 700.
Something for 10,000.
And the more we order, the cheaper we'll be able to rip this price down, guys. He's a mate of ours. Thank you very much for all the work you do. If I knew his name, I'd say it. Okay, but it's the printer from Jake Ayub that Jake uses up there. But guys, we need to get in. All right, look, you can see all the comments there. All right, only 30 houses, Braden. We might get some that we dropped on the ground for you, mate. That might be enough to pick up off the ground and do your place. But anyway, guys, it is very, very, very important that we get onto this, okay? So it's all there, ready to go, okay? We will bring them on tomorrow night. On the show, actually, they're coming on. I think it was an after show. What are we doing? An after show, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
All right, we're going to do the news show then at 8 o'clock after show. All right, so get ready. Start seeing who you can get a few bucks off, guys. You know what I mean? And come together. Come together right now.
Well, what's interesting is Barnett is actually reporting that the COVID mandate was actually dropped yesterday. So I find the timing incredibly interesting. That's for the AFP.
Yeah.
So they sent out a notice. So why would they would suddenly be officially dropping it yesterday? Just right on the heels of all of this. So it's proving to be really interesting.
The day I rang them up. Yeah, the day I rang up. Wasn't it? Yeah.
The 20, that was, you rang up yesterday. Sorry, it was the 24th that they dropped them. So just the day before.
25th.
24th.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, look, we've got our people doing everything. Now, this is a little bit of footage taken from the council where the battery energy storage system in Wodonga, Beauty Mountain, that area, Kiwa Valley Mountain, was overturned.
This is something that we need to move into, as we absolutely need to move into renewables to manage the climate
bullshit
disaster that is coming upon us quite quickly. I understand this decision will be made on planning controls, and I really appreciate the effort you've put in. I really appreciate the
Thanks, Chick, for that. Excellent work. And that's the other thing too, as well. This is on her way to the meeting. Have a look at these chemtrails.
There we go. Hey, they're poisonous like friggin' bugs, mate. Hey, come on. Have we had enough? Have we had enough, Australian people? Seriously. All right, we have all the hardware we need. We got the cops turning up to kick Frank out last night up at the council meeting. You know, what are they picking on Frank for? How come they're telling him to leave?
I know, when he does such a good job. Look at him here.
Yeah. Gee whiz. What are they doing?
They're not acting on the behalf of the public. That's right. You know, and Mr. Egan was worried about, making the meeting go for too long. But there'll be a time when he won't be able to face the public. It's only a matter of time.
He comes to staff again.
Because our council think they've got us all stitched up. They don't. Your rates.
Good work there, Franco. Yeah. Good work.
Well, looks like the cops have turned up, told him to leave. You know what I mean? Like, who are these guys? You know, like, and it's all through society, Caz. You know, we got a traffic, people, we live at the wharf here. You know what I mean? Like, and we got a traffic cop down here trying to tell Mel where she can put her car today. And she was getting so fucking pissed because Mel would not subdue to her authority. Oh, it's just incredible. Like a traffic control cop. You know what I mean? Over nothing. We were just going to park right out the front of the boat here on the WL line. It's not worrying anyone, not hurting anyone, like we always do. Well,
just make up your own security sticker and put the security sticker on the thing there. Just do what they do.
We've just been talking about, actually, guys, putting a sign up here on the signpost going, Australian language to be spoken only. Fine, $10,000. Let's see what happens. See what reaction we get. Because I tell you don't hear any Australian being spoken.
Franco just mentioned something really interesting as well. Like you said, with the rates that they do now, what's actually happening is that there's been a complete. They're going to be rich, okay? So there's no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on social security. You've got two governors of states that are saying, oh, well, we've got to get rid of the land tax. Like, they're just going to end up paying no tax while we're going to be so burdened, already are so burdened with taxes on absolutely everything. Plus,
everything.
Trump's decided to sell a gold card. And that gold card allows you American citizenship. So you move to America, it's going to cost you $5 million. And his idea is basically you'll bring your business and you'll employ people. And it's a brilliant idea. He's going to get the top quality people, business people over there, and they're going to be getting richer and richer and richer. Their wages are going to be going up and up and up. And we're just going to be basically sinking down into the scum, into the slum, because our government is just so bad.
Guru and Mel sail to the US. Look out. Hey, quick stop in Hawaii, quick surf there, and like, you know, meet a few of the lads there that I've got to know in the Hawaiian Patriot Channel, and mate, what a life! What a life!
Guys, we like to promote people who are doing stuff here, and this guy's new to the scene as far as I know. Dave right now is his handle on Twitter, so go and give him a follow because he's doing some really great stuff.
Punishment for China, like trade restrictions or anything like that?
You do know that most of the trade goes from here to there, not the other way around, and I've worked pretty hard to make sure that products, including seafood products, can get into China.
Including seafood products. You look at how Trump is negotiating with his bravado and his big tariffs. That's because he's got economic power. That's because he's got leverage in the negotiations. If we're just this weak little country that can't make anything, that's wholly reliant on other countries like China, we have no leverage. We have no bargaining power. And so all we can do is have our leader go, yes, I'm your little handsome boy. Oh, yes, you did the right thing. Yeah, I'm sorry for questioning your live fire exercises off the coast of one of our biggest capital cities. You can show us where you can fire your rockets. Just come under the bridge, fire some rockets under the bridge. We'll call it Chinese New Year fireworks. That will be great. Let's bring your ships in. Give us some fireworks in the harbor.
Look, he's doing a really good job. So, guys, please go give him a follow. But he is right because look, you've got this here. You know, now the White House wants the Chinese ships to pay $1 million for every port call. Like, that's just, it's just. Beautiful. And what do? We sell it to them for $1. $1.
We don't even sell it to them. Yeah, we give it to them, mate. You know, we just give it to them. We supply the paper to write up the contracts. It's just diabolical. It's diabolical, mate.
Oh, it is.
It is.
You know,
absolutely
and
diabolical.
when you see like the level of just filth that we've got everywhere, and you know, we've got this police officer here, and here he is. Here he's he's a Tasmanian police officer who's accused of possessing child abuse material, was an award-winning cop. So you have that.
Yep.
Then on top of that, you've got Pauline Hanson, and she's actually employed one. So, like, now, so Pauline Hanson's Foundation has appointed a convicted rapist. Oh, sorry, not a pedophile, a convicted rapist, Sean Black, as a campaign director ahead of the federal election. Black, who, according to the Queensland judge, felt no remorse for his crimes when he was jailed in 2018. So unless there are other circumstances or something like that, unless it was a frame-up, then I cannot understand her thinking. And then
Mike McCabe supplied him, Caz. Mike McKay supplied him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he really?
No, I'm
being
very funny. I'm being
facetious.
very funny.
All right. Well, that is funny. Actually.
How are you, Mike McCabe? You knobhead. How you going out there?
Yeah. And then you've got this situation as well. Well, but while we're in the midst of swimming with this filth, okay, we've got this situation here, which is this telegram. So, she's basically saying that the telegram says it will appeal $1 million fine from Online Safety Commissioner. That's Commissioner Karen. Like, so she fined them $1 million. Like, it's just outrageous. They're trying to intimidate everyone so that they won't be able to host our free speech, because they can't silence us. But there's a lot of good things that are happening in it. And one of these is this young lady here, and she's just amazing. And listen to this.
I want to remind everyone of the most significant time in Australian history. That was 1967, when the Australian people voted in favour of recognising Aboriginal people in the Constitution and the census. Now, the Australian people voted at 90.77%. That was the first and only time, as a collective, as the majority of Australians in this country, that we voted against the government. Think about that for a second. It's the only time in living history that the Australian people went against the government, and we outnumbered them in the majority. And what's missing in today's society is that we're not standing up with each other like we did in 1967 to boot out government policies, regulations, and so forth. We need to band together this election. Right now in WA, we have state elections. Soon we will all be going to the federal elections in April or May, whatever it is. But we all need to stand together, just like we did in 1967.
She's running for this as a senator as well.
And I'll just correct there. We've won again. All right, we've won quite a few times, guys. You know, they've just, you know,
And
the
I
thing
think it
is,
was
they don't care. Yeah, they don't care that we won. They just go and do what they want anyway. But I mean, you know, we knocked them on the voice. We knocked them on a few things. You know what I mean? Only of late, back in that in that area, yeah, she's quite correct. But up to living day now, we have knocked them a couple of times, and we will continue to knock them, guys. All right, and I think this mission statement is the way to open this country up. Witness statement, sorry. Yeah, I just get hooked up in the little, like, you know, all the spy stuff. I think it's Mission Impossible. It's not Mission Impossible, it's Mission Possible. And witness statement is the possible, thing that could get us there, guys, for sure. Let's do it.
All right, now also today, like, you had students at Granville Boys High in Sydney, Southwest. They were basically upset because there was a worker, a Muslim support worker, being ordered to work from home for supporting nurses who claim that they kill Israeli patients. And of course, that basically brought on a protest, didn't it?
A well-organised one from the community. Wish Australians to come together like that and get their Australian flag. I've got two new flags up on the boat too, guys. Brand new, nice red ensigns up there with a blue on it. Yeah, flapping around in the wind. Come today.
We've got some very unusual stuff going on with regards to China, and it's unusual. Well, it sort of kind of connects in a way. Okay, so first of all, you have the Taiwan had caught the boats. Okay, so now actually I'll bring that in. I've got the footage of that. So you've got Taiwan caught a boat that was cutting underwater sea cables. Okay, and it was a fishing vessel. And
how surprising!
Oh, hang on, I've just got to do
don't they have drones like NATO? You know how they done the Nord Stream? You know, like you think they'd have, you know, a couple of drones to go down. When were they doing it by diver? Really?
But you've got them here. So you've got this. All right. So this is. So that was apparently a fishing vessel, and they caught it cutting the underwater cables. Now, it doesn't actually say whether it was the cables that were for the internet nor the underwater submarine cables, okay? So that was their cables there, okay, that they caught them doing. Then you have this really unusual thing. Well, it seems unusual, but things I don't think are that unusual when you actually put them all together. So you've also got while we are changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, the Chinese have seriously talked about extending the existing Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau, Greater Bay Area to include Australia and Pearl Harbor, making it a super bay area for China. Now, this was actually, everyone loved a conspiracy theorist, but they actually said a long time ago the reason why they're buying the islands off Australia is because that's Chinese territory and they can extend their waters. So it's proving to be correct. Then you have this unusual
island they grab. Yeah, it gives them more extension to their territory. That's exactly how they, and that's their mindset. Yeah.
That's right. Then it's got Chinese social media accounts have now started showing the entire island of Palawan in Philippines as Chinese territory. Philippines Palawan Island is located 1,500 kilometres from the nearest Chinese territory. And they're up in arms about it. They're saying this is imperialism at its peak. Now, I had a look at the underwater cables and I can't figure out. So you have because you have this other thing here where you've got suddenly you've got all of these boats, Chinese fishing boats off, Venezuela. But now, that doesn't look like a lot. Look at it out from space. This is from space. It's a massive, that's a whole fleet.
That's a fleet of Chinese fishing boats near Venezuela.
Yes. Now, the other thing that's really interesting, when these things happen, they kind of like, there's always sort of something else to the story. And you've got this, I'm just putting the pieces sort of out there and that. So you've got this as well. So the Department of the State has said that they've reverted back to Taiwan. It's no longer the Republic of China. It's actually now Taiwan in the USA. They're referring to Taiwan, okay, as Taiwan. And then you have this interesting story as well, where an investigation into illegal fishing and human rights abuses on board China's distant waters fleets in southwest Indian Ocean made an unprecedented discovery, the discovery of evidence of North Korean labor at sea. Now, it ends up being that these people have not been, they've been enslaved. They were basically abducted into a gang stalked and gang chained, or whatever that is that they used to call it, and then they don't ever see shore. They are basically kept on board and they're hidden from inspectors and all of that sort of stuff. So you have that, and then you have this really unusual thing happen where the ex-president of Venezuela, Maduro, has basically surrendered to Trump, and he's turned over state evidence against the Biden administration and is releasing the proof that Biden asked Venezuelan government to ship, now I think it's pronounced Tres de Agua Dior gangs, into Australia. So if there's all of these different little dots going on, then I remembered that when I looked at this, I remembered that China actually, fishing vessels have to be built to military specification. So exactly. I've got a couple of different theories, because there was an article, I can't find it anymore, and that was that they've got these new automatic submarines, and they fit under boats. So I've got this interesting, like, I don't know whether because China has got they actually do send out swarms and can deplete whole oceans. You know, they've gotten rid of 97% of the large open crab up off they just, everywhere they go, when they find a school of fish or something like that, they do swarm, and they deplete the local population's food supply, basically. But I'm wondering with Javier Malay.
What else are they doing? You know, you don't need that many ships to actually pull in. You know, those ships are fishing, but I'd be able to look around. That's very funny that they're out there. Yeah, very, very funny. I'm going to look at that.
When Maduro was the president, they did have a very strong relationship, because they're communists as well, with China, and China got 49% of their oil, because Venezuela is a huge oil capacity. Chinese soldiers were stationed in Venezuela. So I'm kind of like wondering, I'm thinking, are they using those ships as cover, or that fleet as cover for submarines, so that the submarines can either A, deliver something, or B, pick up soldiers, or are they actually just depleting the ocean of the seafood? Because they actually do that. But when you see this kind of behavior, like, there's a whole heap of things, as well as the fact that they've been firing off missiles off the coast of us. And that's another thing as well, because there is actually, if you look back here, there is are they cutting cable lines? Is it just basically cutting cable lines? Because there is one that goes directly from us to New Zealand, and they're all there. So that's why that whole area that they'd be firing off at is exactly where they'd want to be cutting them, because they're not all together. And if so, then why are they cutting submarine cables?
No, I wonder why. Because that's our full communications, guys. But anyway, me and Mel might just have to get Dad on the boat, and we might just have to pull the ropes and go out and have a look at what's going on around out that place. You know, we're not far off the Tasman Sea. We're right here. So,
that's right. All right, well, we've got a lot going on, so I'm going to bring the flyers in now.
And the
Mondays at Maggie's crew is calling for tools down. It's time to stand together. A corrupt and tyrannical government is crushing industries, stripping freedoms and silencing voices. This affects every worker and every business. New South Wales under a corrupt government. Enough is enough. We won't stay silent and we demand action. So join us every Monday at the Governor's House in Sydney at 11 a.m. Come and celebrate our freedom and support for each other, our culture, and play music at the 832 muster from the 7th to the 9th of March 2025. The location is at Rollins Plains Recreational Reserve. The address is 28 Bilbrill Road, Rollins Plains, which is 40 minutes northwest of Port Macquarie. The 832 muster will be at Deniliquin, New South Wales, 28th to the 31st of March. And a reminder to contact the offices of Chris Minns, Ryan Park and Paul Scully. They are invited to come on the show Stop the Rot, Sack the Lot and have a debate with Dave. And the people from Protect Our Australian Heritage have been meeting at the Captain Cook statue in Hyde Park. They will be doing it again on Saturday the 22nd of February at 4 p.m. And there will be a Freedom Barbecue at 12 noon on Saturday the 15th of March at Ewan Park Barbecue Area, Tennant Parade, Hurlston Park. And in Victoria, we have the following events. In Melbourne, gather at the Governor's every Saturday to end the tyranny. 10 a.m. every Saturday at the Governor Gates. In Canberra, every day for over 1,000 days, the freedom fighters have been protesting at the Governor-General's. To join in, meet at the National Rock Garden at 10 a.m. to expose the 28, or tune in on YouTube at hashtag expose the 28. And Dan Tilda's Designs, who offer handmade t-shirts and custom designs, have all of these at $10 for one, $15 for two, $18 for three, plus postage. So head over to Dan Tilda's Designs on Facebook and say no to the view tax. Join the protest march on Tuesday the 18th of March at 10 a.m. Meet at Surfers Paradise Beach opposite Montmartre Cafe, the corner of the Esplanade and Elkhorn Avenue. Bring placards and banners. We march to Hota Council Chambers. And in Western Australia, there will be a rally against the offshore wind turbines and net zero insanity. March the 1st at 10 a.m. at Parliament House Courtyard in Perth. A daily prayer space is held on X at 3 p.m. So whatever you're facing, come along and we can lift you up in prayer. Every day, 3 p.m. on X. Melissa 146233923.
And one we kept quiet on, everyone, was that a couple of us had an extraordinarily beautiful lunch, paprika chicken, beautiful Stockman chops, and lovely salad and rice. Eric and Marie, thank you very much for the handful of people that went up there. And that's what we're just a group of us guys that usually do the Forest of the Fallen or are involved with it. So Eric put on a lunch for us yesterday on Sunday, and it was absolutely fabulous. This is what more people should be doing, guys. All right, if we come together, we start to communicate, we start to get ideas. We had ideas going there the other day while Guru was stretching on the lounge room floor. It was a great little session. Then we ate. All right, let's do this, guys. All right, let's get together in your little neighborhood groups. All right, see where we can bang some money from, and let's get onto this, and let's start letterboxing your neighborhoods. Now, remember, right, a lot of houses will talk to each other, and sometimes if you put one in one house and you miss a house and the next house miss a house with your pamphlets, and just remember it also. So if you come down that street, you're going to do the other ones that you didn't if you're do them again. But sometimes people pick it up and they ask the people next door whether they've got one, and they didn't get one. And that sparks the conversation too, guys. You know what I mean? So, you know, giving what one to one person and not to another starts a little bit of a, what was it? So let's think outside the box, guys. All right, when we get these things, how we're going to utilize them and what we're going to do with them. All right, we've got to do this, man. We have to do this, guys. I don't want to sail to Tahiti and go surfing. I just want to beat these guys, all right? But we really got to get in and start working right to beat them.
Well, that's it. There's all right, let's
if I could get up there, Jay, I'd come up, I'd bring a guitar, mate, and I'd jump right in, bro. I can tell you. But whether I can, I don't know, mate.
All right, look, let's go to this. This is with like a bit of unusual news here. Now, I can't verify this, but it's still pretty crazy. So this is a guy who's singing. It's Frankie Valli, apparently, and his face falls off, and he's a robot underneath. But anyway, not vetted, but it's still worth looking at.
Wow. Trick.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Could be, but it's still crazy. Now, oh gosh,
And Regus, well done. Now we want you to do a few more for us, darling. We want the witness statement out there. Okay, that's what we got to act on, guys. This is the whole kit and caboodle, the whole crime. We want the event number, all right? And I know that this little channel here, all right, with its far-reaching implications, will get that event number. So get to work, guys. All right, let's go get it. Okay, don't be shameful. Don't be scared. All right, it is part of what we are doing. We are in a war. In the Second World War, my granddad, man, the rat of Tobruk, all right, he didn't have to worry about going up and asking a copper whether they had an event number, mate. He had to worry whether a German had a fucking bullet to put through his head or anybody else that was up against him. All right, so this is not a hard ask, guys. Not a hard ask at all.
Okay, and Trump's put out a promo on Gaza.
Donald is coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, number one. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, number one.
Yeah, but baby, having cocktails. Yeah.
On my day, Caz, I think I'm pretty quick and pretty sarcastic. You ask the wife. I'm decent, mate. I'm rated, okay, out there. And this trolling by Trump is just like second to none, mate. I could never keep up with this guy. Is a genius, mate. He just does it. It's brilliant.
He just does it.
Yeah,
he does. All right. Look, we're being taken out by William Singh. I haven't listened to the song. Sorry, so I've got it's another one that someone sent me. So, anyway, Dave, if you want to wrap up and close the show.
All right, guys. As the comment says from Craig Vine, get ready for a massive drop now. Guys, in the background, I've had phone calls. They're trying to bring a few of us people together on a pretty big Zoom. All right, I'm probably not saying anything about it at the moment, but it will be a public Zoom. Okay. We've tried to do this before, but someone else is going to give it a crack. All right. I suggested 10 people, maybe on a tent to StreamYard stream, and we need to really come together, guys. So who those 10 so-called influencers like myself, I hate that word, podcasters, podcasters. Who those other 9 podcasters may be, I don't know, but they are going to have the opportunity, and some may say, no, I don't want to do it. Okay, but this is serious, guys. It's game on. All right, so let's see if we can build the team. All right, we're going to build the team by getting our pamphlets, right, and getting them out into our streets, all right, getting them out into our communities, letting them know that the police have a job to do. They need to disclose an event number for a crime that has been committed. I really wish I could play you a tape recording, but I can't. Okay, but believe me, guys, all right, I made the phone call, all right, to the AFP. Believe me when I say these guys are backpedaling their way out, right? But they can't, because they can't see over their shoulder what's coming when you're backpedaling, all right? When you're backpedaling, you're fucked up, man. Your balance is off. Everything's back to front, all right? You go left, you end up going right. You go right, you end up going left. That's where we got them, guys. That's where we got them, backpedaling like shit. So do yourself a favor, all right? Get yourself organized in your little communities, and by the weekend, be excited about waiting for your delivery of your pamphlets, guys, to go and do your streets, all right? Come on, we can do this, all right? You want to be a hero? You want your country back? I do. I don't really want to be a hero, all right? I want my country back. But that's going to take a little bit of hero status from every one of us to actually do that. And my hat off to Craig Vine, mate. He went up to Wollongong Cop Shop on his own. You know, I told him a group of us to go, and he just built up the courage and just went up there. The guy's 5'2". You know, he weighs less than me. And he went up, fronted up. He had 3 or 4 cops come out to him. He's got a good demeanour too. I probably would have been arrested in 5 minutes, but not Craig, you know? Okay, but, you know, the phone call I had with the AFP, I was very, very restrained, guys, and very, you know, I hit them back with the right questions. But I'm telling you, guys, they're going to run from this, okay? So we're not letting them run. And if they are going to run, we're going to box them off at the pass, okay? So let's go. Let's get motivated. Let's get this done. And let's get witness statement out into every household in Australia. All right, thanks, guys. Love your work. Thank you.
Starts with a smile, keep me inspired. Only a while till we let go. Been gone for a minute, your arms getting tired. Only a smile, maybe it's old. Used to you, moving your lips around me in this morning light. Isn't new to you. Maybe you thought it was over, but it still feels right.